I never thought my love story would turn out this way. You see, I loved Liam with everything in me. I loved him so deeply that sometimes I forgot to love myself. We met during my first year at university. I was sitting alone in the library, struggling with an essay, when he walked up to me. He had this easy smile, the kind that made you feel like everything was going to be okay. "Do you need help?" he asked, pointing at the messy notes on my table. I nodded, feeling a bit embarrassed. From that day on, we became friends. Liam was smart, funny, and kind. He made me laugh on my worst days and always knew the right things to say. At first, I didn't think of him as anything more than a friend. But as time passed, I started to see him differently. The way he cared about people, the way he looked at me when he thought I wasn't paying attention, it all made my heart flutter. It wasn't long before I realized I had fallen for Liam. Every time he texted me, my heart raced. Every time he smiled at me, I felt like the luckiest girl in the world. I tried to keep my feelings to myself at first. I didn't want to ruin our friendship. But love has a way of growing, even when you try to hide it. One evening, after weeks of overthinking, I decided to tell him. We were sitting at a small cafe near campus, sharing a slice of chocolate cake. My hands were shaking, but I knew I had to say it. "Liam," I began, my voice trembling, I think I'm in love with you." He froze for a moment, the smile fading from his face. "Sophia," he said softly. I don't know what to say. My heart sank. Liam looked at me with sad eyes. "You're amazing, Sophia. You really are, but..." He paused, as if searching for the right words. I don't feel the same way. I felt like the ground had been pulled out from under me. I tried to hold back my tears, but they came anyway. "Is there someone else?" I asked, my voice barely above a whisper. He nodded. Her name was Emily. She was in one of his classes. I had seen her a few times. A tall, beautiful girl with a bright smile and an easy laugh. I never thought much of her, but now I realized she had something I could never have. Liam's heart. After that day, things changed between Liam and me. We were still friends, but it wasn't the same. Every time I saw him, it hurt. Every time he talked about Emily, I felt like I was breaking all over again. I tried to move on. I focused on my studies, spent more time with other friends, and even went on a few dates. But no matter what I did, Liam was always in the back of my mind. One day, Liam introduced Emily to our group of friends. She was just as kind and sweet as he had said. Watching them together was like pouring salt on an open wound. The way he looked at her, the way he held her hand, it was everything I had ever wanted, but I couldn't hate Emily. She didn't do anything wrong. She didn't steal Liam from me because he was never mine to begin with. As the months passed, I realized something important. Loving Liam had made me forget about myself. I had spent so much time thinking about him, hoping for his love, that I had ignored my own needs and dreams. I started to focus on myself. I joined a writing club, something I had always wanted to do, but never found the time for. I traveled during the summer break, exploring new places and meeting new people. Slowly but surely, I began to feel whole again. Liam and I drifted apart, and that was okay. I still cared about him, but I knew it was time to let him go. The last time I saw Liam was at graduation. He was with Emily, and they looked happy. As I watched them, I felt a strange sense of peace. For the first time, I wasn't jealous or sad. I realized that love isn't about forcing someone to feel the same way you do. It's about letting go when you know it's not meant to be. Love is a beautiful thing, but it isn't always returned in the way we want. Sometimes, the people we love don't love us back, and that's okay. It doesn't mean we're unworthy of love or that we did something wrong. Loving Liam taught me an important lesson. You can't make someone love you, but you can always choose to love yourself. It's okay to let go. It's okay to walk away from someone who doesn't see your worth. Because somewhere out there, there's someone who will love you for exactly who you are. And until then, the best thing you can do is love yourself first. This story is for anyone who has ever loved someone who didn't feel the same. Remember, unrequited love isn't the end of the world. It's just a chapter in your journey. Keep moving forward, and don't forget to love yourself along the way.